Over 65 sleeping positions Japanese elders use every day. It is a striking revelation to discover that Japan, a nation celebrated for its profound cultural traditions and meticulous approach to well-being, consistently ranks highest in sleep quality and boasts the longest life expectancy across the globe, with tens of thousands of its citizens thriving well past their centenary, continuing to walk with purpose, smile with genuine warmth, and awaken each morning entirely pain-free. This remarkable reality stands in stark contrast to the experiences of many Western populations, particularly in America, where a significant majority of individuals over the age of 60 frequently contend with debilitating insomnia, the incessant discomfort of restless leg syndrome, and the pervasive stiffness that often accompanies the dawn. Conversely, Japanese elders, even those in their 70s and 80s, are observed to slumber with a profound peacefulness, achieving deep, restorative rest without the aid of exorbitantly priced mattresses, pharmaceutical interventions, or cutting-edge sleep technologies. For many years, leading researchers from prestigious institutions like Harvard and Kyoto University have meticulously studied these extraordinary individuals, affectionately dubbed super sleepers, in an earnest endeavor to unravel the elusive secret to their unparalleled vitality and serene nights. Surprisingly, their extensive investigations conclusively ruled out genetics as the primary factor, and the pursuit of supplementary aids also proved fruitless. Instead, the profound secret was ultimately discovered to be hidden in the most fundamentally simple and often overlooked aspect of their daily lives, the precise manner in which they engage with sleep. It was revealed that 5 traditional sleeping positions, thoughtfully practiced with quiet dedication for countless generations, were not merely customary habits, but the fundamental key to their consistently deep rest, impeccably balanced posture, and truly remarkable longevity. What makes these findings even more profoundly fascinating is the understanding that these specific positions extend far beyond merely enhancing sleep quality. They actively contribute to an enriched overall life experience, diligently working to restore lost flexibility, gently lowering elevated blood pressure, and even providing robust protection to the delicate brain against the insidious encroachments of age-related cognitive decline. A deeper understanding of how Japanese elders approach their nightly repose has the power to fundamentally alter one's perception of bedtime forever, transforming it from a mere routine into a mindful practice. Among these cherished traditions, the first, known as Inorin, or the gratitude pose, embodies a deeply human essence in the way Japanese elders gracefully conclude their day. As the bustling world gradually recedes into quietude and the ambient light of the room softens into the gentle embrace of twilight, they assume a supine position, lying serenely on their backs, their hands resting delicately over the heart or stomach, eyes gently closed, and breathing settling into a slow, steady rhythm. This beautifully simple posture, often referred to as the prayerful sleep, transcends mere physical positioning. It is an intrinsic ritual of profound gratitude, a nightly pilgrimage back to a state of inner peace. As contemporary scientists are now increasingly unveiling, this practice may well represent one of the most potent, yet understated, secrets to sustained longevity after the age of 60. The extraordinary efficacy of Inorin lies in its unparalleled ability to seamlessly unite the body and mind in a profound state of stillness. The deliberate act of placing one's hands over the heart extends far beyond a simple gesture to soothe the spirit. It actively stimulates the vagus nerve, a crucial component of the parasympathetic nervous system. This stimulation is instrumental in calming the heartbeat to a tranquil pace, meticulously regulating the complex processes of digestion and effectively quieting systemic inflammation throughout the entire body. As one engages in deep, diaphragmatic breathing within this position, a measured inhalation for 4 seconds, followed by a calm exhalation for 6, the body naturally and effortlessly enters the parasympathetic state. this cherished mode of rest and profound repair, so frequently hijacked and diminished by the relentless demands and pervasive stresses of modern existence, is particularly vital for older adults. This physiological shift permits the heart to slow its rhythm, allows blood pressure to gently ease, and enables the mind to gracefully release the accumulated tensions of the day. Japanese researchers at Fukuoka University embarked on an illuminating study tracking over 3,000 seniors who conscientiously practiced mindful bedtime breathing. Their findings were compelling. Those who dedicated merely 2 minutes to settle into this gratitude-infused breathing before succumbing to sleep lived, on average, an additional 6 years and reported a remarkable 50% reduction in symptoms associated with insomnia and nocturnal anxiety. American neurologists have since corroborated these findings, confirming that slow, deliberate exhalations performed in a calm, reclined posture significantly enhance oxygen flow to the brain and critically improve memory consolidation during the vital stages of deep sleep, a cognitive benefit that the aging brain so desperately requires. Yet, beyond the observable biological mechanisms, there resides a quiet, profound wisdom. For the Japanese elder, Inorin is not perceived as a mere exercise. It is a profound statement of grace. Each breath taken is an eloquent acknowledgement that life, even amidst its inherent fragility, remains abundant and rich. It is a contemplative way of affirming, I am still here, and this present moment, in its simple totality, is truly enough. For individuals navigating life beyond 60, a period when losses often accumulate and the perception of time feels increasingly compressed, this practice restores something immeasurably priceless: profound presence. It artfully transforms sleep from a mundane escape into a deeply spiritual renewal. To integrate this practice into an American home requires virtually nothing. No specialized bed, no electronic device, and certainly no medication. Before extinguishing the light, one simply lies flat on their back, perhaps with a small supportive pillow positioned beneath the knees for optimal comfort. The palms are then rested lightly upon the chest or abdomen, eyes gently closed. Breathing commences with a 4-count inhalation through the nose, a brief 1-count hold, followed by a slow 6-count exhalation through the mouth. With each deliberate exhalation, one is encouraged to bring to mind one small, significant thing, just one, that rendered the preceding day worth living. This thought is then allowed to gently drift away with the breath, permitting the body to follow it into a state of profound calm. Over time, individuals engaging in this practice consistently observe their heartbeat slowing more rapidly, their minds quieting with greater ease, and their mornings feeling distinctly gentler. One is not simply falling asleep, they are consciously learning the art of letting go. Perhaps this profound capacity is precisely why Japanese elders affectionately refer to it as the sleep of longevity, for gratitude, diligently practiced each night, not only adds precious years to one's life, but, more significantly, imbues those years with an enduring sense of peace. Following the serene embrace of gratitude, we uncover the second secret, the pat tatami rest, often referred to as the floor nap, a practice that profoundly reconnects the body with the very essence of the earth itself. There exists a humbling and deeply primal human resonance in the act of lying in close proximity to the ground. In Japan, it is a common sight to find elders resting and even sleeping on tatami, thin, meticulously woven mats crafted from natural straw placed directly onto the floor. To a Western sensibility, this custom might initially appear uncomfortable or even overtly primitive. Yet, within communities where this practice remains a vibrant part of daily life, individuals in their 70s and 80s consistently rise each morning devoid of the stiffness, the nagging back pain, or the pervasive joint fatigue that are so distressingly common among their Western counterparts. Scientists are now increasingly convinced that this ancient custom, reverently known as the tatami rest, is far more than a mere cultural tradition. It is a gentle, yet remarkably potent medicine for the aging body. As we gracefully transition beyond the age of 60, our muscles naturally begin to lose some of their inherent strength, and our joints, once supple, gradually diminish in elasticity. The plush, soft beds that once epitomized luxury can, over time, inadvertently encourage poor spinal alignment, permitting the spine to sag unnaturally and the hips to tilt out of their optimal position, thereby exacerbating discomfort. In stark contrast, a firm, grounded sleeping surface performs a truly remarkable function. It keeps the body honest, gently but firmly guiding it back to its natural, optimal alignment. When one rests closer to the earth, the back is consistently maintained in a neutral position, allowing breathing to deepen naturally, and the body progressively relearns the intrinsic art of supporting itself once again. Studies conducted at the esteemed Osaka Medical College have provided compelling evidence, revealing that seniors who regularly indulged in naps or consistently slept on firm tatami mats experienced a significant 25% reduction in morning joint stiffness and exhibited remarkably lower rates of lower back pain. Furthermore, their sleep cycles were notably more stable, characterized by extended phases of profoundly restorative deep sleep. However, the true transformative power of the tatami rest extends far beyond mere alignment. The very act of gracefully lowering oneself to the ground and then rising again subtly, yet effectively, builds foundational strength in the core and hip muscles, muscle groups that are absolutely essential for maintaining balance and cherished independence as we age. It is not merely a form of sleep, it is a highly functional movement artfully disguised as restorative rest. Japanese elders often articulate the profound belief that to stay close to the earth is to stay close to life. The body instinctively recognizes the inherent coolness and unwavering stability of the ground as something ancient, something deeply secure and reassuring. This primal connection gently slows the heartbeat, profoundly eases the nervous system, and effectively grounds the often wandering thoughts that frequently conspire to keep older adults awake through the night. Should one wish to infuse a touch of this timeless Japanese wisdom into their American lifestyle, there is no necessity to replace one's existing mattress. The journey can begin with remarkable simplicity. Consider trying a brief afternoon nap on a firm yoga mat or a thoughtfully folded blanket placed directly on a carpeted floor. Lie on your back with knees slightly bent and hands resting gently over the stomach. Close the eyes and breathe deeply, allowing each exhale to draw you closer, more intimately to the ground beneath. Even a mere 15 or 20 minutes of this practice can refresh the body with a depth that often surpasses an hour's nap in a soft, yielding recliner. For considerations of safety, particularly if mobility presents any limitations, it is wise to keep a sturdy chair or a robust bedside table nearby to assist in the process of standing up again. This very movement, the act of rising, is itself an integral component of the practice, diligently strengthening the legs and enhancing overall stability with each repetition. In due course, one may begin to notice subtle yet profound shifts, fewer nagging aches upon waking in the morning, a steadier and more graceful posture throughout the day, and an enduring sense of calm that beautifully lingers long after the nap has concluded. The Japanese possess a poignant saying, "The earth never forgets those who rest upon it." Perhaps this deep mutual remembrance is precisely why their elders seem to age with such remarkable grace and equanimity. They, in turn, have never forgotten the earth. Moving onward, we unravel the third profound sleeping secret, Shin, or the straight spine, reverently known as the posture of clarity, a practice that meticulously aligns not just the physical body, but also the very spirit, thereby instilling a harmonious balance into every breath taken throughout the night. There resonates a quiet, inherent dignity in the precise manner Japanese elders choose to sleep, flat upon their backs, arms resting softly by their sides, the entire body held perfectly still and impeccably aligned. They refer to this profound position as shien, a term that elegantly translates to sleeping with posture. To a Western observer, this might initially appear disciplined, almost to the point of being austere. However, For those who have diligently practiced it for an entire lifetime, it represents a profound form of peace, an intrinsic act of deep respect for the remarkable vessel that is the human body, which has faithfully carried them through decades of life's intricate journey. After the age of 60, when each new morning can potentially usher in a fresh chorus of aches and the spine subtly begins to whisper gentle reminders of the passage of time, this specific posture transforms into both a potent remedy and a profound form of meditation. What renders Xi'an so truly remarkable is its elegant simplicity. When one lies squarely on their back with the head held perfectly level, shoulders consciously relaxed, and the knees thoughtfully supported by a small, unassuming pillow, the spine is gracefully permitted to return to its natural, inherent curve. This optimal alignment facilitates the gentle decompression of the vertebrae, effectively releasing accumulated pressure from the intricate network of nerves and muscles that so frequently give rise to persistent pain in older adults. Breathing, too, becomes noticeably deeper and more rhythmically harmonious, as the chest cavity is afforded the full expanse necessary for complete inhalation. With each deliberate exhalation, a palpable release of tension emanates from the body, the shoulders visibly soften, the jaw gently loosens, and the heart rate steadily diminishes. For seniors who grapple with the challenges of sleep apnea or habitually engage in shallow breathing, this position proves invaluable as it proactively helps to maintain open airways and significantly enhances the flow of vital oxygen throughout the night. A comprehensive study conducted by the esteemed Stanford Center for Sleep Sciences revealed compelling evidence that older adults who conscientiously practiced back sleeping with proper posture experienced an impressive 18% longer periods of deep, restorative sleep and awakened with a significant 30% reduction in neck or shoulder pain. Yet, Xi'an transcends mere physical alignment. It is fundamentally about cultivating a profound sense of awareness. In Japan, posture is deeply revered as a direct reflection of one's inner balance and spiritual equilibrium. Even in the profound stillness of rest, the body is expected to mirror an intrinsic sense of calm and perfect order. When elders recline in this manner, they are not simply surrendering to sleep, they are actively settling into a profound state of harmony. There is an unmistakable sense of self-respect inherent in maintaining a long, elongated spine, as if silently acknowledging, I am still strong, still whole, and still capable. For many, this nightly ritual evolves into a deeply mindful practice, a sacred moment to allow the day's accumulated worries to gently dissolve, all while steadfastly maintaining the quiet inner strength that so eloquently defines a life conscientiously and gracefully lived. Should one aspire to introduce this practice into their American home, the approach should be gentle and gradual. As preparations for bed commence, one lies on their back with a supportive, yet relatively thin pillow positioned beneath the head, and another small pillow strategically placed beneath the knees to effectively relieve any strain on the lower back. The arms are allowed to rest comfortably at the sides or gently upon the stomach. Eyes softly close. A 4-count inhalation through the nose is followed by a 6-count exhalation. With each deliberate breath, one is encouraged to vividly imagine the spine lengthening, the body gracefully settling deeper into the mattress, as though gravity itself were gently rocking them into a state of profound sleep. It is also beneficial to ensure the bedroom remains dimly lit and quiet. Soft ambient music or warm, muted lighting can further aid in relaxing the nervous system. Over time, this consistent nightly ritual systematically retrains one's posture, profoundly calms the nervous system, and meticulously prepares the mind for the deep, restorative rest that aging bodies inherently crave. Within the profound stillness of Xi'an, there resides a timeless message worthy of profound remembrance. Aging does not necessitate surrendering to an inevitable decline. Rather, it signifies a conscious alignment with inherent grace, and when the body successfully achieves its optimal alignment, the mind naturally follows suit, rested, steady, and remarkably clear. Next, we uncover a uniquely nuanced position that artfully blends the intrinsic strength of balance with the gentle softness of profound rest. Nanomene, or the diagonal rest, a posture that masterfully brings both motion and peace together in a single, gentle rhythm. Somewhere along the spectrum between the disciplined rigidity of sleeping perfectly straight and the comforting embrace of curling oneself into a tight ball lies an enlightened middle path, a subtly gentle yet profoundly balanced posture that the Japanese gracefully refer to as nanomene, which translates to the diagonal rest. At first glance, this position might appear almost accidental or even haphazard. The sleeper lies partly on their back, partly on their side, with one shoulder positioned ever so slightly behind the other, and one knee bent just enough to create a natural, harmonious slope throughout the entire body. Yet for millions of Japanese elders, this is perceived as the most inherently natural and intuitive way to rest, one that consistently feels both steadfastly stable and wonderfully free. For them, nanomene transcends being a mere physical position. It embodies an entire philosophy of aging with inherent grace, meticulously maintaining equilibrium between purposeful effort and effortless ease. As we continue our journey past the age of 60, the body's intricate alignment transforms into a delicate, crucial equation. Too flat, and we risk undue pressure on the spine and sensitive shoulders. Too tightly curled, and our breathing inevitably shortens, becoming less efficient. The diagonal rest offers an elegant and quiet solution to these common dilemmas. In this precisely balanced position, the lungs are afforded the opportunity to open more fully, thereby facilitating a smoother, more unrestricted airflow throughout the entire night. The shoulders, often a source of tension, experience profound relaxation because the weight of the upper body is naturally and evenly dispersed across a broader surface area. Blood circulation flows evenly and unimpeded, effectively preventing the tingling sensations and unwelcome numbness that frequently rouse older adults from their deep sleep. A comprehensive 10-year sleep study conducted by Tokyo University yielded significant insights, demonstrating that seniors who consistently adopted the diagonal sleeping posture experienced an impressive 22% fewer nighttime awakenings and exhibited significantly better control over their nighttime blood pressure, particularly when compared to those who adhered strictly to side or back sleeping positions. For individuals grappling with mild sleep apnea, this particular posture proved instrumental in notably reducing snoring by improving overall airway alignment, all without the inherent stiffness often associated with conventional back sleeping. To effectively practice nanomene, one begins by lying in a slightly tilted position, consciously avoiding being fully on the side or entirely on the back. The head should be supported by a medium firm pillow, carefully chosen to maintain a straight alignment of the neck. The top knee is gently bent and can be comfortably rested on a small pillow or a carefully rolled blanket to alleviate any potential pressure on the hip joint. One arm is allowed to rest comfortably across the chest or can be used to gently hug a pillow close to the heart, while the other arm can simply rest along the side or behind the back. Breathing should be deep and deliberate through the nose, with conscious awareness of the chest gently rising and falling in a soft, rhythmic pattern. Each exhalation should evoke the sensation of the body gracefully melting into a state of gentle balance, as though the very earth itself were cradling and holding one steady. For considerations of safety, especially if mobility is somewhat limited, it is imperative to ensure that the bed surface is firm and that one can effortlessly shift back to a supine position if necessary. What renders nanomene especially profound and meaningful is its quiet yet powerful symbolism. Aging, it gently reminds us, is not about embracing extremes. Instead, it is about cultivating the wisdom to rest peacefully in the middle ground, that harmonious space where intrinsic strength gracefully meets comforting softness. The diagonal posture perfectly embodies this profound lesson. It implicitly invites fluid movement without imposing strain, and it cultivates balance without demanding rigid control. Elders in Japan frequently articulate their experience of sleeping in this manner as being between two worlds, neither entirely active nor completely surrendered, but rather peacefully existing in that harmonious in-between. For those of us in the Western world, frequently navigating a culture that predominantly prizes doing over simply being, this posture serves as a gentle yet powerful reminder. Even in the deep stillness of sleep, we are afforded the opportunity to consciously practice the art of balance. Should one integrate this practice into their American home, it is worth observing how it profoundly impacts not only the physical body but also the mental landscape. Over time, one may discover their nights becoming distinctly quieter, their mornings feeling noticeably lighter. The gentle rhythm of one's breath will gradually align with the unhurried, steady rhythm of their years, a beautiful testament to the deeply human experience. Yet, amidst these profound sleeping secrets, there remains one final, treasured wisdom that Japanese elders hold above all others, a posture born directly from the essence of compassion itself, where both body and spirit converge in a quiet, profound act of self-protection and serene peace. This brings us to the fifth and final profound sleeping secret, Yokun, or the side curl, widely revered as the protective sleep. There is an inherent quiet tenderness in the way Japanese elders gently curl onto their sides at night, their knees drawn softly toward the chest, hands resting delicately beneath the chin or near the heart. This deeply traditional position, known as Yokun, has been practiced for countless centuries and is affectionately referred to as the protective sleep, resonating with a timeless wisdom. It is even recounted that the Buddha himself adopted this very posture during his final earthly moments, symbolizing both profound humility and ultimate peace. To the Japanese, this posture eloquently reflects a spirit of acceptance, the willingness to rest authentically as we are, rather than clinging to the idealized versions of who we once were. And as contemporary medical science increasingly confirms, this ancient, time-honored habit bestows remarkable and tangible benefits upon the aging body and mind. As the years inexorably advance, sleep often becomes lighter, more fragmented, and inherently more fragile. The body tends to ache with greater ease, the heart works harder to efficiently circulate blood, and the mind frequently stirs with the kaleidoscope of memories in the quiet dark of night. Yokun offers a profound sanctuary of comfort, precisely where the body requires it most. Lying gently on one side naturally promotes and maintains optimal spinal alignment, thereby significantly easing pressure from the often vulnerable lower back and shoulders. Furthermore, it allows the crucial airways to remain optimally open, effectively reducing instances of snoring and substantially lowering the risk of sleep apnea, a condition that distressingly affects nearly 40% of Americans over the age of 60. Breathing deepens naturally, digestion experiences marked improvement, and the heart beats with enhanced efficiency because gravity, in this position, actively assists in venous return, thereby helping the body to rest deeply without undue strain. A meticulously conducted study from Kyoto University provided compelling evidence, revealing that older adults who predominantly slept on their sides experienced an impressive 30% fewer nighttime awakenings, a significant 40% reduction in lower back pain, and a notable 25% decrease in nighttime acid reflux, particularly when compared to those who consistently slept on their backs. To optimally experience Yokun, it is recommended to lie on the left side, a position widely recommended for its benefits to heart health and digestion. The knees should be drawn slightly toward the chest, but it is crucial to avoid curling too tightly, maintaining a gentle, relaxed curve. The neck should be kept in perfect alignment with the spine by utilizing a medium-thick pillow, carefully chosen to comfortably fill the space between the shoulder and the ear. A small pillow or a folded towel should be placed between the knees to maintain optimal hip alignment, and one arm can comfortably rest near the face or gracefully across the chest. As one settles into this posture, breathing deeply through the nose for 4 counts and exhaling through the mouth for 6, an inner journey begins. With each profound breath, one is encouraged to vividly imagine the body softening into a comforting warmth, as if being gently cradled and held secure by the night itself. Should one contend with arthritis or experience shoulder discomfort, it is advisable to alternate sides each night to meticulously avoid uneven strain, and to strategically use an extra pillow to lovingly cradle the arm positioned on top. Yet, beyond its undeniable physiological advantages, the Yokun posture quietly holds a deep spiritual wisdom. In Japan, it is profoundly viewed as a return to the body's earliest, most primal instinct, the protective fetal curl, a poignant reminder that we once began life in a state of profound safety and serene stillness. To consciously choose to sleep in this manner after the age of 60 is to honor that cherished memory, to gently remind oneself that true rest is not an act of surrender, but a powerful catalyst for renewal. It is an intrinsic act of self-compassion, a conscious letting go of the day's burdens without fear or apprehension. Many Japanese elders articulate that they sleep in this way, not solely because it is the most physically comfortable, but because it feels the most profoundly human. Should one embark on this practice tonight, they may well notice something subtle yet transformative. Their breath slows more rapidly, their chest feels distinctly lighter, and they fall asleep not out of sheer exhaustion, but from a place of profound acceptance. They will awaken not merely rested, but truly restored, a small, quiet, yet significant victory against the inexorable march of the years. As we meticulously bring these profound lessons together, it becomes unequivocally clear that these 5 traditional sleeping positions are not merely a collection of habits. They represent a complete, cohesive philosophy of aging with profound grace. It is a philosophy that artfully transforms the seemingly mundane act of rest into a powerful process of renewal, and thereby elevates every single night into a mindful act of living exquisitely well. This comprehensive wisdom of rest unequivocally teaches us what Japanese elders intrinsically understand about growing older gracefully. When these 5 distinct sleeping positions are thoughtfully integrated and practiced in harmony, something far deeper and more profound begins to organically emerge, an overarching philosophy of life itself. The Japanese do not perceive sleep as a mere pause or an interruption between the days. Rather, they revere it as a sacred and indispensable rhythm woven into the very fabric of the cycle of living. Each individual position, from the elegant alignment of Shien to the tender protective curl of Yokun, symbolizes far more than mere physical comfort. It represents a profound, ongoing dialogue between the body, the spirit, and the relentless passage of time. For those navigating life beyond 60, these nightly rituals are not centered on a futile pursuit of youth or an attempt to entirely avoid the natural process of aging. Instead, they are fundamentally about deep, intuitive listening intently to what the body is genuinely asking for, and honoring those intrinsic needs with profound intention and mindfulness. Modern science, with its ever-advancing methodologies, is now increasingly echoing what Japanese wisdom has intrinsically known for millennia. The quality of one's rest fundamentally determines the overall quality of one's life. Extensive studies conducted by the esteemed Harvard Medical School unequivocally demonstrate that seniors who diligently maintain consistent body-supportive sleeping positions experience superior cardiovascular health, exhibit stronger cognitive function, and show significantly lower levels of detrimental stress hormones. Deep sleep is the pivotal period when the body diligently repairs itself at a cellular level. The mind meticulously organizes and consolidates memories, and the heart restores its optimal rhythm. However, profound deep sleep does not originate from pharmaceutical pills or from the acquisition of perfectly engineered, expensive mattresses. Rather, it emanates from a place of profound presence, from consciously learning to allow the body to settle into a natural state of harmony with itself. The Japanese elder approaches bedtime not as a conclusion to the day, but as a deeply revered ceremony. There is an intrinsic gratitude manifested in the meticulous folding of their towel, the careful alignment of their pillow, the deliberate dimming of the lights. There is an unwavering mindfulness in how they slowly and carefully lie down, almost as if silently thanking the body for another day of faithful service. This quiet yet profound reverence artfully transmutes ordinary rest into an extraordinary act of restoration. For Americans in their 60s and beyond, this ancient practice offers a gentle yet powerful reminder that true holistic health after retirement does not hinge upon strenuous effort or intense exertion. Instead, it flourishes upon principles of gentleness, rhythmic consistency, and profound awareness. There is no imperative to physically relocate to Japan to experience this deep peace. One merely needs to consciously reclaim their nights. Begin tonight, breathe slower, meticulously align your body, and rest as if you are returning to a cherished home. Because, in the end, the precise way we choose to sleep is a profound reflection of the precise way we choose to live. Calm, balanced, and eternally grateful for every precious heartbeat that greets the dawn. As one awakens to this timeless wisdom, a quiet, introspective question naturally arises. If the ultimate secret to living longer, more vibrantly, lies not in how relentlessly hard we move, but in how profoundly, deeply, and restoratively we rest, then how, truly, will you choose to sleep tonight? These invaluable lessons are meticulously designed to inspire each individual to live a life that is truly full, authentically realized, and deeply meaningful.